You hit press live, huh? Oh shit!
Here we go, baby! Oh, yeah, baby! It's in the motherfucking DNA! Woo! Yeah, right! What better day than Tuesday, baby? Let's bring it in! Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel and Various Views Podcast channel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Milan.
Coast to coast, baby. What MWP in the background, baby?
MWP, let's go. Shut up, boys. Thank you for having us. He got his speaker hyped out and everything. This mic cord came out. Let's go.
Up on a Tuesday.
Fab, you blew up the mic. He's too hot right now.
Yeah, this guy pulled the mics. He got the music going and everything. You got this. Don't worry. Fab. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Fabio's mic just blew, bro. The music was too loud.
Fab can't hear a single word you're saying, buddy.
Can't hear you, Fabio, but it's all good. How's everybody feeling in the chat? Thank you for joining us. Right here, Frank, Facebook Frank right here.
All right. Where's Senor Milan? He'll make an appearance sometime soon, maybe.
Oh, man. You guys can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
All right. I got a little too excited. I'm sure it's most
unplug the mic
today. Oh, man. Listen, guys. Let me start this over from the beginning. Let me welcome you guys here to Milan Coast to Coast of the Various Views Podcast. We did a simulcast today. So if you are not subscribed to both of our channels, man, you got to be subscribed. Do us a favor. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to both of our channels right now. Guys, what a glorious, beautiful Tuesday afternoon it was today. Tuesday night for everybody else. Oh, man. Can it get any better? We're going to start. Gio, we're going last with you. Timmy, what a beautiful Tuesday it was it not?
Oh, man, I can't complain at all. I was really nervous at one point, especially in the first 20 minutes. And my heart rate, when I checked my Samsung watch, was saying I was beating at 133 beats per minute. I even showed Pasquale there at the Milan Club Toronto. He's like, yeah, that's a little high. I'm like, yeah, I would say so. But got through it. Super excited. Thank you.
Yeah, man. It was a crazy day. We had the 1-goal lead going into the second leg. Terry, as Milan follower here, your subjective point of view, what did you think was going to happen today in regards to this matchup?
I mean, when Osimhen got announced on the lineup, I thought, man, this is going to be a bit of a uphill battle for Milan. And it could get ugly potentially, but if the guys were all playing like for the win today, like they did, like they put their heart and soul out on the pitch today, man. Good for Milan. I'm really happy that they came out.
Yeah, we needed it, man. We needed it, and it was a hard-fought game. Gio, you were on the slide, bro. You were like 2 seconds to getting fired today. You were watching under the desk and stuff. Still had time to find your way onto the pre-game chat. But I mean, I felt pretty confident. What about you going into this one, G?
Yo, Fabio, look, I've been calling out a lot of people saying that they need to repent about Calabria, but you know what, Gio, he's a man of his word, and all I gotta say is, I'm sorry, King Krunic. I said that you weren't good enough to wear the shirt, but I want to apologize to you personally because I'm a man,
Lord
and I
Krunic.
am repenting. Lord Krunic, I'm repenting today that I ever doubted you. Today, you were everywhere on the pitch. I know the commentators couldn't say your name. They were saying Karanic or something like that. And they were saying Calabria. What the heck is a
Yeah,
Calabria?
I know. I
Yeah,
can't
but
hear
it was
that.
just crazy. But I
Calabria.
just want to say that I'm sorry, King Kunitz. I ever doubted you today. Last two games, you were a monster, recovering, helping out. You were all over the pitch, left, right, center, forward. You did it all. So my repentance is now. I'm calling out the people that talk shit about Calabria. I need y'all to repent too.
All right. Listen. There was a lot of people,
That's me.
guys.
Shout out
Listen,
Fuji's and Funyuns there. Sorry, real quick. One of
Yeah.
these things is not like the other. Yeah, I am a Milan well wisher. That's for damn sure.
No, and I'm a well wisher of United. You know that. All right. So listen, when this matchup was drawn, there were a lot of people out there in the YouTube and Twitter sphere. They thought this was a lock. A lock. Let me show you guys a little something here. Have you seen these two jerkies? Because I'm sure they're nowhere to be found right now. They were very excited. He couldn't believe it. They thought for sure. Listen to what they say now in this video. Unbelievable.
No, poteva andare meglio giù. Ma non fosse meglio di così. Vincimo a Milano, vincimo a Milano e vincimo pure a Napoli. Non ci credo, ragazzi, sono sciogli. Non poteva andare meglio di così. Si make forte.
I wonder if look at they dancing, they're celebrating.
What's he
I
saying
wish
exactly?
right there it couldn't have gone any better. Exactly what they wanted, according to these two bozos over here. They thought it was going to be a walk in the park, and I am so happy.
There was a walk in the park. So happy.
Yeah, it was a walk in the park. They put somebody on a leash, baby. All right? Let's get into the game, guys. Let's bring it up so we can break it down.
Totally.
Napoli, Milan, 1-1, and we go through on the aggregate 2-1, baby. Unbelievable performance. Our defense was strong the whole game until.
You gotta quit stepping on that microphone of yours, though, bud.
Yeah, you're out again, but
Fabio,
it was a great game. It was a great game, Fabio. You're right.
Fabio, you have the $2.
No, you know what he did? He actually found a drive-through microphone from McDonald's.
Yeah, no, I'm working with McDonald's Wi-Fi today. It's unbelievable.
No, I think it's that speaker, man. You brought that up high and ripped those cords up, man.
You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm keep fucking with my wire too much. But, all right, so let's start at the back and we'll work our way through. All right, Mike Magnon. You see, he's got the blue check mark there. The guy, 8.3. Can we say anything more? Comes up with the huge save. Gotta give him an A, right? Timmy, let's start with you. What are you grading Mike Magnon today? I mean, it's got to be an A. S for Superman.
Yeah.
Super Mike.
Super Mike.
Yeah.
You listen, if Mike has already passed the class, he took advanced courses. My man's taking college credits. Before you know it, he's like Doogie Howser. He's a PhD Mike next, man. Anybody else, Terry, what do you think, man? Is this guy not the best goalkeeper in the world?
By far, hands down, this guy is the best shot stopper on the planet. Like the only for Osimhen to get that goal on him, it was because the ball went low, and it's very difficult for any keeper to get that. Any keeper, but this guy is the real deal. If there was like a guy on the team who's carrying that entire team, it's him. I don't care what anybody says, but without
100%.
him, those pieces in the back there, they don't solidify that hard. Look how hard Tomori owes that guy his life.
Yeah, and he mentioned it in the interview that he did with CBS after about how much confidence he brings, the calm that he is, the way he distributes the ball. Magnon is world class. Yeah. And Thierry Henry was saying that basically this is the future of French goalkeeping. He's got to be number one. It's crazy, bro. Gio, what's your opinion about Magic Mike this game?
You know, I changed the jersey just for the podcast.
No, look at you. Shout out to that Princess Peach.
Magic Mike, he's crazy. And you know what? The last shot that Osimhen got, he got fingertips to it, but it was so low, Fabio. But I just want to say, Spurs, shut the hell up forever. You should delete yourself as a club. Now all your dumbass fans are saying we about to go get Magic Mike. What? You think Magic Mike is a loser, bro? He left PSG, bro. He left PSG 11 years ago. You think he wants to be a loser like y'all? Come on now. Like, put some respect on our name, bro. We did the farming on you guys, and now we did the farming on Napoli, and now whoever we face tomorrow or next 2 weeks, we're going to start farming on them.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. All right, G. We're gonna go with you and go back up the chain here. Captain Calabria, you're preaching. You're telling everybody repent, like Jesus is coming right around the corner. So let's start with you. What's your opinion of Calabria's game here, man? They're giving him what is that, a 7.9? Pretty much held Kvara in his pocket. Go ahead, man. What's your opinion?
You know what? He was shaky for the first 10 minutes. I'm not gonna be biased or anything, but he gets an A. After the nerves settled down, I think after the 15 minute that the team felt that they didn't score the goal, then everybody started saving it. But Cavada, he was doing his thing, and then Calabria after that, he basically shut him down. I think only in the second half he had like one more try, but I mean I don't think he was going to score that. But Calabria, he was all over.
He did have that one part where he kind of split him and Krunic. Like he was able to get through both of them. But so what are you saying? You think this is an A performance from the Cat?
No, R for repent. I need everybody to repent.
Terry, what's your opinion from watching this game with Captain Calabria?
I honestly think the guy had a very successful outing tonight. He did his job very well. He prevented KK from getting in and doing some serious damage. For 90 minutes, you can keep that guy out from doing anything. Good for him. I think he deserves an A.
Yeah, definitely. And not even 90 minutes, 180 minutes. Because now, actually, not even 270 minutes because the guy's been putting work in. This is 3 times in a row, man. Timmy, what's your opinion of the Cat?
Listen, man, I've said some bad things about him, right? Like, but he did his job. And if this is the Calabria we can expect to see, this is the one we need. This is the Capitano. This is what we deserve from Calabria every single performance. If we're gonna give him, yeah, for real, P for pocketing KK.
Everybody's just making up letters at this point.
Yeah.
R P.
My favorite is RIP. RIP Napoli.
I like that one too.
But you know what, man? Listen, he did his job again. 3 games in a row. Cavada is great, man. He's a great player. Let's not take it away. He is great. We'd all be lying here if we would say that we wouldn't want this guy on our team, right? But
absolutely.
But
he could be a backup to Leao.
Yeah, exactly.
Vince is saying for B for one reason. He needs to be more vocal on the pitch. If he is our captain, he needs to have that presence. Played very well though.
Yeah.
You guys agree? How old is he? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Calabria's got to be like 25.
25, 26.
26.
I see a little Milan fan back there.
You think he feels a little out of place trying to be more vocal?
He was like, get out of here.
I love it.
That's
amazing.
No, don't worry. Gio, you should have stayed, man. The little Milan fans are welcome, man. Everybody's welcome today. That's for sure.
I mean, but honestly, I know what Vince is saying, but all in all, Calabria's been kind of on a downtick this year. You know, he's very
well. He's second string to Kalulu till now.
Yeah, that's yes and no, but yeah, that's what everybody was already to write off Calabria, put Kalulu in the starting right back.
Sorry, just
here's the thing.
Gio was saying he had a little bit of shaky start of the first half. That's normal. It's a Champions League game where you can get knocked out, and then the pressure's on the season, which you're kind of having a little bit of a rough time right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, if Kalulu didn't suffer that injury, he probably would be starting. Mm-hmm. He started against Tottenham, right?
He stepped up.
Yeah,
he
so
stepped up, man.
A lot of things happened. I think Calabria looked well. He did his job. You cannot take that away from him. I wish I could break it more down. But exactly. Listen, I give this guy an A all day.
He deserves it, man. I think what he was asked to do and what he did, he deserves it, man. He deserves this one. Let's go to Simon Kier. All right, I think this guy is like the second captain on the field.
Yeah, how this guy is not the main guy.
I know. I was really pushing for him, but Calabria has been there a long time. They kind of go with who's been there the longest. He's from our youth academy. He's been around, like 7-8 years at this point. So I hear that, but Kier brings the veteran mentality, the stability there. Even him, he's fighting to keep his spot as a starter. It looked like Kalulu and Tomori were the pair that they were looking at. Then Chow was coming up, and he said, he's like, I had a really good game. I haven't got a chance to play since. They put him on these big games, and he's been a rock, man. He's been a rock. You wouldn't think that he suffered like a major injury last year, but he's playing really well. For me, Simon Kjær, that's a motherfucking A all day. What say you, Timmy?
Since the World Cup, okay, was it the Euro Cup? Kjær will always be in my heart for what he did to save Christian Eriksen, who
Definitely.
Thankfully for Kjær, that he was a big part of that. The reason Terry even has him on his team right now, or we even have him in the football world, right?
Yeah.
So for me, he will always be in my heart. He deserves a armband just for that, since that 2018 Euro. Like it, and he's been solid in the Champions League, man. If they're okay with playing Chow during the season and then having Kjær come in for the experience, I don't think it's bad. He did, he did get away with one, which the defense did get away with one with the handball on Osimhen when he scored that potential goal. It's debatable. It did hit his arm. He played it with his arm, but it was a good wake up call. It was a good wake up call for sure.
Yeah. Terry, what do you think about Simon Kjær, man?
Man, I think this is one of the most vocal guys on the pitch.
By the way, for Kjær. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Timmy. A for this guy. This guy played solid. He was the guy to make sure that everybody was doing their job properly and making sure there wasn't a slip in mentality of the whole time, right? This is the end of the game. Let's get this focused. Man, sure enough, with that much pressure, they might sneak one in there, which they did. But at the end of the day, I think he did a great job.
And that's not any of his fault that they scored that one,
No.
So I know I hear you. Let's leave it to the hardest teacher in the school, because when you get this guy in your schedule, you're like, oh shit, Gio's gonna fail my ass. So what are you gonna say about Simon Kjær? Does he pass the test, Gio?
He passed. He gets an A+, Fabio. He was.
There you go.
Look. Check this out. You know why I like Kjær today? Now, I think Napoli had like 14 corners, and everything was headed out. And you know what? Like, we've had struggled with a lot of set pieces. I refer back to that drama game versus Roma. They scored on us or 2 set pieces. So he was just a monster today. Everything that they tried to cross in, he was heading it out. He was passing it to the midfield. So A for him. And you know what? He complained about 3 weeks ago, saying that he was ready. And shout out to him for complaining and actually putting the pedal to the metal and proving to the manager that he's there.
Yeah, definitely. And you see all the time when they huddle up before the game starts, it's him talking. He's the one talking to the rest of the team, getting them ready, telling them those last couple of things to remember right before the game starts. So he's a leader, man, deserves that A. All right. Fikayo Tomori, baby. Not one of his better games. Unfortunately, has a moment where as he's sliding, he puts his arm down. Of course, the ball hits him, gives up the penalty. But thank God for Mike Mignon. All right, I'm going to say it. I think Tomori did well enough to give him a B. Again, he still had to keep super tight on Osimhen the whole game. That was the one time, I mean, when you're diving to the floor, it's kind of a natural reaction to kind of try to put your arm out to just at least, cushion your fall a little bit.
Yeah.
Bad timing that the ball is right there. So I'll give him a B for that one. Gio, how harsh are you going to be on Tomori?
Nah, man. You know what? I watch a lot of Premier League ball, and I've seen like a couple of those not given even in the Premier League. I mean, how is he supposed to land on his head? So, like, to me,
Flop like a fish, babe. Flop like a fish.
Now I'm gonna give him a B, Fabio. I'm gonna give him a B. Right. I think he did good, and I think him talking to Thierry Henry on CBS, even Thierry Henry said that he played Osimhen good. He played him tight. That he knew that when Osimhen was gonna get on the ball, he was gonna have to be right there. Just let him know I'm here, baby. You're not moving me out of nowhere. And I think that was very thing. And I mean, the only thing is what Osimhen do. He's a dog, and he just scored that header. But whatever it is. But you saw how he scored that header, Fabio. There was like 4 people in front of him.
Yeah,
it looked like
it was like Messias and Tomori were there. Yeah,
yeah. So,
all right, Terry, what do you think about Tomori's performance on this game?
I'm gonna give him a soft A. I'm not gonna give him too harsh of discredit, but he played okay. He did his job. Like could Could he have played a little bit better? I don't think so, because he had one of the most difficult strikers to take care of through the whole game. Like, anybody would have had a hard time against that guy. So,
yeah, no, you're right on that one. All right, Gio, what did you say? You said B?
Yeah, B.
All right, so we got a B, we got an A. Timmy, what do you say on Fikayo?
I think this is actually a little harsh on the rating. Do you
'Cause it's 6.6, right?
Do you know how many inches? Literally, I know it sounds weird. How many
Yo!
inches?
I don't like people asking about inches.
Two inches is a big difference. Okay, so 2 inches. 2 inches.
Sorry, I just had to pick something up real quick.
So 2 inches is the difference between that being a penalty awarded to Cavada and not. Why? Because the rule states supporting hand on the floor is not supposed to be a valid penalty if the ball hits it. Okay? Because his hand was 2 inches off the ground, still in the air, that was a penalty. Okay? So that's literally.
Does that not seem so rigged? Like, what else is the guy supposed to do with his hands?
It's because he wasn't supporting himself yet. He had his hand out, like a little bit out, and he slid a little too farther. Again, if he slid a little bit less power, he would have blocked it without his hand, right? So it's like, it's very luck that it hit it. You know, if Thing crossed it a little bit 2 inches to the right, it would have been not a penalty, right? So there's a lot of things there, and I think it's harsh to get him in trouble, like give him that rating because he caused the penalty. Because I think he was solid today, and I think if you take away 2 inches, he's a solid A.
Take away 2 inches. I never heard anybody say that.
Don't ever say that, all right?
Yeah,
Listen, I would just say one thing. Despite giving him almost like a deduction of points because he caused the penalty, if he doesn't have his hand there, there's a high possibility that ball finds Raspadori and he buries it in the net. So the fact that he hit it with his hand causes a penalty. Mike saves it. It works out in our benefit. So for me, all right. So you're saying what, Timmy? You said B or A?
A.
All right. So that's 2 A's, 1 B. I'm gonna say B. What does the chat say for Kayo Tomori? Do we think because of that penalty, it's all right? We go with B for that one.
Nico's saying AYB though, so
yeah. Well, let's go B. That's what we're gonna roll with. All right, Teo Hernandez being unbelievably abused, dealing with such nonsense before the game. I think he came out and he had a decent performance. Not an A, because again, I would have liked to see more, but he was having some trouble with Politano in the beginning of the game. Once Politano got hurt, it became a little easier on the left-hand side. But he did have a couple of moments where Chucky made him look a little goofy, but Chucky didn't have it today. So Timmy, let's start with you. What's your opinion of Theo's game?
He did his job, and that's about it. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything more. He didn't do anything less. You know, there's a Theo Hernandez that creates when he has the opportunity. Again, I'm sure they weren't allowing him. We got to remember, the guy's a left back. He's not there to create the attack, but because we're so used to him to create it, he wasn't there today. He just did his thing. He had a few sloppy moments, especially at the end when he's trying to hold the ball instead of making a stupid pass, and he did give it away. That's, there's a thing there. But he did his job. I don't think he was an A by I would say, would I rate him? I think a B is okay.
You know what? A lot of people. Okay. Fuji Sinfanya says B for Babbo. Everybody, Vince is saying B. Nico 2B. Leban Youssef B. Terry, what's your opinion of what you saw from Theo today?
Honestly, this guy was one of the most touted, high-rated guys in the back when the year started or the season started, right? Everybody was on this guy. I honestly think he was below average today. Wow. There was even a moment where the ball came up to him and it went in between his feet and he lost it and he kind of like laughed it off. I almost feel like he was either he didn't get enough sleep or he might have been hungover or something. I don't think he played his best. That's just my opinion. So I'm going to give him a B. He's lucky he's getting a B because he should be getting a solid A.
I got you. All right, so that's back-to-back Bs. I would agree, probably with a B, but who knows what Professor Gio is going to give. This guy does not pull punches.
I'm waiting
Deo's
for
your
this.
boy, bro. What say you about what you saw today, man?
Well, Fabio, to me, Dale, he let me down, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000. He let those comments get to him. He played the occasion. He didn't play the game. He was sloppy. Yeah, at the end, all he did was defend, and that's cool. But if we would have been bombing more up and right on the left wing, we ripped Napoli to shreds. But he didn't. Did you even see one attack that he did all game? To me, he
I
played the
saw more
occasion.
mess ups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he played the occasion, not the game. So for me, he's getting a D for dickhead.
I love it. See,
He's supposed to protect that baby. Somebody tell me something about my baby. I'm gonna show him what I'm all about, and he didn't show him nothing.
Man,
You're right. You're right.
I almost feel like he knows that he's on the top level of that team, and he kind of expects more from his fellow teammates.
I think, look, his mentality was that they were attacking, and they were attacking well on his side of the pitch. We all know the type of work we needed to do on the opposite side. So the fact that he kindly struggled a little bit defensively today and didn't really offer much, I think would lean me towards a C. Now, Gio's the dickhead, Why are we calling him a dickhead? Because Gio's crazy, bro.
Nah,
I told you, if you get Gio as a
respect.
teacher, you got to drop that class
No.
immediately. Gio pulls pop quizzes left and right. You don't know what you're gonna get when you walk into class.
But Victor, this
Fabio,
game
they
was
let him
different.
disrespect. He let him disrespect him. Like, I love Theo and I have him to the high regard, but he played the occasion, bro. Like, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. At the end, all he was doing was defending. Nobody could tell me nothing. He was nervous. He looked like those comments got to him and stuff. And you're supposed to put down for your family. Hey, if somebody's telling me that to my for my family, I'm gonna go out there. If I get knocked out, at least I'm gonna get knocked down fighting, not going down doing all these crazy stuff. He was passing it back to Tomori more than he's ever done in his lifetime.
I think he looks like he's just started vaping, bro. Because he's just like he wasn't all there.
No, don't let that hair color fool you, bro. All right. Listen, man. All right. So most of the group says B. You guys say B. Gio came out of nowhere with this D. So we're gonna go with a B for Theo. We're gonna keep it moving here. All right, Sandro Tonali. Let's talk a little bit about him, Gio. They gave him a 6.4 here. Not a great game for Sandro, but he did enough. So, what's your opinion of Sandro Tonali's game?
Sandro, like, he was supposed to have that dog in him. So to me, he gets a C. I mean, he was sloppy. You know what? Him and Theo, they were sloppy together. They was giving that sloppy out today. So I don't
2 inches from being away.
2 inches and sloppy. Oh my Lord!
No, but you know what? To me, he didn't like the first game. I don't know, but like to me, it wasn't that same Sandrito like the last 2 games against Napoli. So I'm gonna give him a C. He didn't pull his weight like that. On the other hand, I don't know why the other one got the 6.6. I don't know. Because he deserves a 9.5.
No, Gio, I'm going to have to kind of disagree on one point. There is a dog in Tonali. It's just the kind that looks like the collar came off and is lost looking for its owner. That's what he looked like today. Like, this kid has had good games, in the Serie A. But today, I don't know, like, putting him in that defensive role, he kind of looked lost in the first half. And then, maybe he got a little bit of a talking to come the second half, and he smartened up and he started to play solid. But
I also felt like I hear what you guys are saying, but I felt there was a lot of sloppiness in that first half that they weren't really connecting on their passes. But Vince is saying C, because he has so much potential, but he just can't provide. He needs to provide more. He was decent, but not Sandro level. Same thing, Nico didn't provide those depth passes that we needed. So. I mean, if people are leaning towards C here,
Fabio, before Timmy goes, I think he dropped down the level because the last 2 games he has been fighting against Anguissa, so they've been battling it. That's 2 dogs, like 2 pit bulls, 2 Rottweilers. They just going at it, and then he just seen, that's Ndombele. He's out of shape. Mourinho says that he's pudgy. He likes ice cream and all that stuff. So you know what? I don't have to put that much effort. So he played below his level.
I hear that. Facebook Frank mentions that the no yellow card.
Yeah,
they
that was weird.
They had mentioned that he had gotten a yellow card like right before the end of the half, and then when the half began, they actually clarified it was Deo who got the yellow card. So Tonali doesn't miss the first leg, which is great to hear. Very great to hear. But Timmy, what's your opinion about what we saw from Tonali?
D
for dickhead?
D. Yeah, not for dickhead. For dodge the bullet.
Defective today.
Yeah, for real. No, you know what, guys? Like, so Sandro has it in him. You saw something. I don't know if you guys saw it when he tried to give that pass to Giroud, and then he was yelling at Pioli. He's like, "Oh, I have nobody else to pass it to. That's why I did that." And then you look back at that play. He's like, you look back at that play, and then you're like, "Dude, you had 3 guys next to you."
Yeah.
So if your intention was, I'm gonna pass it up because I have no one to pass to, or was it you were hoping to get a nice pass in and it failed, and that's your excuse, right? So the excuses itself speak for themselves. He was chasing. We didn't see much from him, right? Like, he didn't have enough time to control the ball. Guys, this is a bad game to look at. When you look at the possession rate for this game, I don't know exactly what it finished at, but the first half we were 70-30, right? So you're not giving chances to players, especially that center mid. If the other opposing team has more possession, our midfielders are not going to have that possession, and they're not going to be able to distribute that ball. So it goes down to the whole game, right? We can't just, we just can't point fingers. But unfortunately, this game, Tonali looked the worst on the field. He 100% did.
Yeah. Well, I like Rangers King here. So if Tonali was a D for defective, then Origi is E for expired all season.
Gio, sorry. He's 22 years old and he's played 26 games. What's this kid's excuse, man?
I mean,
and Italy didn't go to the World Cup, so I don't know, to be honest with you. I think that's why I need him. I think that's what happened. He played to Ndombele's ice cream level, and he didn't feel like it. No, Mourinho did say that. Mourinho said that he only cares about eating ice cream. He's not fit and stuff. Remember, they found him at the park. Him and Ndombele are like arguing. But Tonali, to me, I need him to do better. And I'm glad that the yellow's not there because we're gonna need everybody.
All right. So recap of what scores we got here. We got a D, right, for Timmy. Terry, what did you have for him?
I'm gonna give him a D too.
D2, Gio?
C.
Huh? C? All right. You know what? I'm gonna go C2. I think a few people kind of think
C2,
the same
D2.
thing. Yeah, I mean, let's not go that way. But I'm just saying, I think it wasn't as bad, but we expect more from Tonali. So D feels pretty low. That feels pretty harsh. But
that's what she said.
Hey, yo, she might have said it. God damn it! All right, so we'll leave it with a D for Tonali. We got to see better from him. All right, let's start now. We're gonna start with Benacer here. They got him at a 6.7. I think. I mean, obviously the first goal in the first game. I think Benacer's always he wasn't connecting great with Leao at the beginning of the game, but I think he was serviceable. He covered his position. He played the full 90. This guy is a workhorse. He is the pit bull of our midfield, playing a little more advanced there to help the midfield out. But for me, I think it's a solid B for Benny. That's my opinion. Timmy, what do you got? What do you think?
Fuck, man. I seen him all over the pitch. That guy was running, sliding, tackling, pushing, recovering balls. Like, he did absolutely everything on that pitch. It's a hard, it's a hard one to because he didn't really assist or score a goal or whatever. And that's why I think he's got that 6.7. He deserves a little bit more than that, in my opinion. He has 3 lungs. Exactly. The guy was he covered the most distance on the field today.
Yeah, he did actually.
Benny, in my opinion, as what he did and did his job and for what he is, I think this is a harsh 6.7. I'm giving it an A.
Nice. Okay. Terry, what's your opinion of what you saw from Benacer?
I saw the stats after the game. He did cover the most amount of pitch. I thought this guy, granted he has 3 lungs. That's great. But these are Champions League games. These are big games that are deciding games. You have to be able to help, produce some sort of a point. Like, when you're in that position, you have to create. And I don't think he's enough when the big dog teams come through and they have those big midfielders. I seen this guy got bodied left, right, and center. When he was on the ball, he didn't really stand a chance in those 1v1 battles, right? He had to get the ball off right away. And, quicker teams that react quicker to that, they might take, notice and expose. So I got to give this guy a B. And that's me being nice to him.
Yeah, no, I hear that. All right, Gio, what's your rating of Benacer's game?
You know what? It's gonna be B for Benny. I can't give him an A. I know he covered the most thing, but to me, I don't know. Today, I feel like him and his partner, like they didn't get the best out of Baca this game. We've been dog walking Labarca like it's like every Sunday morning. When you go take a dog.
But he had a better game this game.
Yeah, but so you know what? But he was everywhere on the pitch when we needed him. He was there. So. I'm gonna give him a B. And I think he got the 6.7 because he's at like a camp. So if he's not assisting, then that's the minimum that they're gonna give him.
Yeah, he was just a little off sync with Leao in the beginning of the game. So I'm gonna roll with a B2. I think most people in the chat. So we're gonna go with a B for Benny. All right, let's go, Brahim, the Dream Diaz. Gio. Now I know it wasn't what we've seen from the last two games against Napoli, but you can see that Diaz is not 100%, man. He's only playing until about the 58th minute. He's giving his all. He's definitely playing in a better position on this right wing where he can attack Napoli. But he didn't really do much today. So what's your opinion about Diaz?
I think that you missed Lord Krunic, Fabio, but okay.
Oh,
how do you miss that guy?
I'm sorry.
Diaz is getting an F for failure because
fraud.
because on Saturday he missed 3 sitters, and today I didn't really see him on the pitch. I don't know how Diaz and Krunic are on the same basically pointage. I don't understand that. Sometimes these stats don't make any sense. But to me, like, that's why I don't want Diaz, man. I think his time has come. And that's the thing. Diaz never has more than 60 to 70 minutes in those legs, and that's a liability. If you're going to be a top player like that, he has all the talent in the world. But if you can't be in tip-top shape and you can't give us 90 minutes per game, like 3rd games out of the season, then I don't know. But Diaz, nothing, bro. He didn't even, he tried to do one of those shimmies on Labaca, and then they were on our break.
I'm telling you, man, he looks injured, man. So you're giving him an F. You failed the poor fucking kid. Terry, what did you think about Diaz? Obviously, just coming out early.
He played today? That's all
Diaz.
Honestly, that's how bad I think he did. And the sub for Macias, that guy wasn't even that much better. I'll be dead honest with you.
We don't expect that.
No, I mean, we was hoping he was going to deliver a package, but I failed even on that front.
I'll give him a D.
All right, D. All right, Timmy, what you got on Diaz here?
I think they were really tight on him today. They definitely marked him because the last 2 games he destroyed them, and I think they, if I'm not mistaken, just like we had 2 guys on Cavada, I think they had 2 guys on Diaz for most of the game. Again, it's hard to judge the midfield in a game that's possessionless. It's very hard. Right, when there's no room for ball movement or recovering the ball or holding on to the ball. Like Diaz, I think I seen him do one play and it was the worst. He tried to meg the guy and he ended up, they got the ball back and countered us.
From him,
right, so
I remember that.
It's hard to judge him on this game. Again, we'll see what happens, back on the next few games. But on this game, I'm gonna give him a C, to be honest.
All right, you know what? I would say probably a D. Because he didn't really show up. Again, like you said, they probably made it a focus point to attack the kid to make sure he doesn't do the damage that he's done in the past few games against them, and that hurt him. So I'm going to go with D. I think that's probably his best score for him because I think it's fair. I don't think he really did anything to deserve a C or higher. So I'm going to roll with D. Let's go with that. Now let's go back to our Lord and Savior. You have a moment to speak about him. King motherfucking Rade Krunic, man. Timmy, let's talk about him. They say
I want to give that's some bullshit. I'm going based on what the guy offers, who his name is. I gotta bring up a couple of our Patreon members over here. Davey Malibu and Husney. Y'all are sleeping. Y'all are sleeping on Krunic, man. I don't know what the hate's about. Name me a better fill-in utility player than this guy right here. Name me one.
I don't
Literally
know if he's
the
really
only
Bosnian
reason
or Swiss, man.
Yeah.
He's an army knife, man. He got everything. Whatever you need, he
He
got
goes left, he goes right. It doesn't even matter where you put this guy. Like, you can bring it back to the last few games of last season. He was put into the cam role and he filled in there real nicely, slotted in pretty well. The only reason Krunic is even starting is because we don't have a center attacking mid that can actually do anything. Right? There's supposed to be CDK there, Adley, I don't know who that guy is. I think he got lost or something. This guy's filling in the role that was originally brought in for Tonali and Ben Nasser, right? He's doing his job. Guys, this is probably the best utility man on the team.
Yeah.
People forget what
he's filling in the Kessie role
Yeah.
that we didn't replace.
Yeah, and he's not as good as Kessie, defensively, but he's doing what he's supposed to do well.
Yep.
It's crazy to look at this guy and think that he's shit. I mean, if you're comparing him to fucking N'Golo Kante, sure, he's crap. If you're comparing him to Kessie, yeah, maybe he's not as good. But what he's doing, he can be one of the utility players Milan have. Does anybody remember guys like Serginho? Shout out to Facebook Frank. Guys like Gattuso. Do you remember Gattuso? Does anyone here know Gattuso? How did Gattuso start his career? He started as a utility player. Nobody thought he was going to develop into the player he was. Okay, and the guy's a freaking legend for Milan. Okay, so the hate that this guy gets from fans, it almost blows my mind, man. Like,
I know.
okay.
Well, because again, these guys are a lot of times people they don't have respect for him because they look at him as like the utility guy. This is the guy Pioli always goes back to. But for me, I look at his performance. I think this, for what you expected from Krunic, this is an A performance. Again, he's there to provide coverage.
He made one bad pass on a counterattack. He got by 3 players, recovered the ball, brought it upfield, had space. He passed it off to his left, and it literally by 2 inches. Okay, it missed our other play. Who was it? Ben Nasser's feet, right? Like one wrong pass. It's insane. It's insane.
Man, I think Terry, what's your opinion of what you saw from Lord Krunic here?
I think it looked like he was trying to cover up a lot of other people's mistakes, and he was trying to do his best in that position. I'm going to go ahead and agree with you guys and give him an A. I don't really watch him that much. You guys know better than me. But being a utility player, I can appreciate that. That means you're a team player. You'll do it no matter what it takes. So, stick him in CDM next to, Tonali, who's probably tired AF from playing Fortnite all night, and on to the next game, boys.
Yeah, and just remember, when we've needed him in the big games this season, in the end of last season as well, Lord Krunic was in that starting 11. So you see just how valuable he is when he's called upon. All right, let's get down to the final 2 guys here. Oh, Gio, what's your opinion of Lord Krunic before we move on?
Yo, I started the show today. I repented for all my sins about Lord Krunic. So he getting an A, man. I repented, and I need everybody else to repent, okay, for Calabria, okay? I'm calling y'all out. You know who you are. But Lord Krunic, sorry. Please forgive me.
Go to your confessional and tell all your sins about the bad things you said about Krunic, Gio. I don't even know which ones they are, but I'm sure you said something. All right, Rafael Leao, the reigning MVP of Serie A. Listen, I'll tell you straight up here, all right? Maybe initially he was a little off his game. The way him and Benacer and Diaz trying to link up together was a bit off. Nobody was reading the runs of each other, but got fouled to cause the penalty. And then it's his pass and his great run and his work that leaves it on a plate for Giroud to finish. For me, I'm sorry, man. It's a motherfucking A. Rafael Leao, he brings it. I think he's showing that he's worth every dollar of that $7 million contract. You can never fucking forget it. Leao is the man. He's an A. Gio, say something different. I dare you. I dare you, Gio. Say something different.
You know what? I got a battle with Leao because I know how good he is, but he always goes below par. But today, you know what? I'm gonna say it, baby. I don't care who I offend, what fan base I offend. We had the best player in the motherfucking Serie A, Rafael Leao, the Portuguese king. Move over, Serie Siete. Move over, Bernardo Silva. Move over, rat-looking motherfucker Bernardo. Bruno Fernandes. Look, move over. We had the best player in Serie A. This is what I'm talking about. He was on Demon Time today. He was DM and Ice Spice, and he bagged her today. That's what happened today. He bagged her, and he told Drizzy Drake, she's mine.
Oh, my Lord. Gio's in the DMs. Can you believe it? And, hey, Terry, he's sliding. He's playing defense. He's doing a lot today. What's your opinion of what you saw from Leao, man? I mean, you Portuguese, this got to have some pride for you, yeah.
If Manyan's the shield of the team, Leao is the spear. Like, this kid, he has so much ability, so much talent. He's the spark. When the game needs something to get picked up, he just dummies people, blows right by him. The strides he takes, the vision to find Giroud. Like, he knew he wasn't going to be able to get a good shot off, and he did the right thing and passed it to Giroud. And that's how you secure the win. You get some victory, man.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that, bro. So what are you giving him an A there?
This kid, it's put all the stars next to his name. He gets an S+.
Woo! I love it, man. I love it. Timmy, what was your opinion of Leao's game today, man?
I thought Leao could have done a little more smiling on the field. That's all. That's all. That's what I think Leao could have done. A little bit more smiling, okay? But the guy was... Guys, what can we say about him? He goes on a run. He shows them how it's supposed to be done. I'm happy he put the team first by laying off that pass. I am happy about that. Because I was a little bit worried he was going to go for that shot. But you know what? He did what mattered this. And this is the Leao I love. When it comes down to it and when it's important, the guy is there. He makes those passes for the better of the team. He's not a selfish player.
He's not.
One thing I had a discussion today with someone, and it brought up a good point. You know how we always hate on him a little bit for being lazy? I don't think that's the game plan with Leao. I think Pioli has put into his head to reserve his energy for the chances he gets.
I think you're 100% right.
You know what?
I just want to say this, man. Pay the kid whatever the hell he wants, man. It's unjustified to sit here and debate what he's worth. Just give the kid the money. Keep him in that red and black kit, man.
And honestly, it's nothing compared to what they can pay him in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And he has no desire, seems like, to leave Serie A. So get him the money because it sends a bad precedent to the rest of your team that you don't want to pay your best player on the team. Now, I'm not talking about no net to gross or whatever, and like we talk about Donnarumma paying him $21 million, some shit like that. But whatever the numbers is, figure it out because the kid deserves his fucking money. This guy got an A across the board, baby. It's not even a question. Leao is still our best player. Like you said, if we got a shield at the back with Magnon, our fucking sword, our spear is Rafael Leao. All right, let's get to the guy up front, man, because this guy had a bit of an arc today, right? He was... What's going on? Having chances, not making it happen, gets a penalty, makes the penalty get fucking saved. It's like, what's going on with Giroud? He has a great opportunity after, gets it saved, and then thank God Leao finds him, and he hits the back of the net. Doesn't play the full game. I think it's substituted at, was it the 68th minute? Looked like he got fouled really hard. Yeah. And we put in the Salad Messi.
Yeah, the best guy that sits on the bench and the cheerleader.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. He even played the left wing. This
Yeah.
guy's so versatile. I mean, he's going to win us the Champions League all by himself. God bless him,
Right.
man.
Right.
But
Yeah.
all right, so let's talk about Giroud here. Timmy, we'll start with you. What can you say about Giroud's game today?
F.
Yeah.
He failed me twice.
Poor guy, man.
He failed me twice. He failed us twice. One with the penalty and one with the open chance in front of net. He's been
Can I ask what the fuck is with our strikers can't score penalty
lately.
kicks?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Bro, I
don't
can tell you
understand this.
why. I can tell
It's
you.
not
I
just
called
yours.
it.
Everybody's been having a little bit of a
Dude,
a
I
hard
called
time
it.
with penalties lately.
Yeah.
I called it. I said he's going right, like he always does. With that stupid looks to the left and crosses his body. It's so readable. The guy chose the right way. It's Giroud taking penalty shots, right? It's very predictable.
Yo, why
okay?
didn't Teo take that penalty? I don't understand.
Yeah, I would have. I would have done it, or someone just
understand.
fucking lace their boots through it, man. Even if it's down the middle, make it hard enough that it rebounds in the direction of a player.
Why didn't
I
Theo
agree.
take it?
But,
It's
like-
not the same Theo we've seen.
True.
Yeah,
True.
it's true.
But
Alright, so you're
I'm
going F?
giving an F, yeah, man, because you know what? He hasn't been performing. The only reason he scored that goal is because Leao, dude. If the guy handed it over to him any easier, it would have been Leao's goal. Like it was a platter for him. Thank God he finished it, because the way he's been going, maybe it stops the slump he's been on. Hopefully that has something to do with it. But he failed us twice, man. I'm sorry.
Timmy, if they put a platter in front of me, I would have finished it. All right.
Yeah,
All
fucking
right.
right.
Terry, what do you think about Giroud, man? Do you believe it's as harsh as what what Timmy's saying?
I think it's a little harsh. I think
agree.
I think he played okay. I don't think he played up to his, let's say, label that people think he can play to, right? Like he's a Champions League, World Cup, like blah blah blah. But like those are like clear cut chances in that area. You got to be able to commit to them and make them 100%, especially in games like this. Those are big, important moments. You don't get too many of those, right? I'm gonna give him a C.
All right. I think that's fair, man. I'm going with you. Got to bury the other chances. That second opportunity he had was saved. It was a good chance, but the goal he made good. It's really the penalty that kills me. The penalty kills me a lot. That's what makes me give him a C. Gio, let's hear it. What cockamamie story are you going to give him to fail him out of the class, kick him out before the class even starts? Tell me what you're going to say, G.
Nah, he's getting held back, bro. He's sucks, bro. Like, to me, I said it in the chat. I said if we lose this game, Giroud shouldn't be renewed, bro. Like, we missing chances like that. Okay, he misses the penalty. Okay, that's fine. And then he gets another shot. But why didn't he shoot the penalty like he shot that shot? Maybe it goes in because Meret was already on the other side or whatever. But to me, Giroud, he's been wasteful. Another team say we facing a Manchester City, right? Like just give up, or Real Madrid. If we have 3 opportunities to score, bro, we're getting annihilated 7-0, bro, because we don't take our chances. And then those are the type of teams that they just kill your morale by scoring on you. And to me, yeah, he scored that ball, but that goal. But Fabio, that was all Leao.
I don't think he's being harsh at all. I agree with Gio 100%.
No, because the thing is, Fabio, is and the reason that he scores the goal, let's be honest, is because Meret comes out to like try to get Leao, and he has a wide open net. Meret is not in his goalie's position; he's like to the side. So to me, I mean, I expect more from him, but to me, it shows like when you have a dog like Osimhen, you see that he even has a half chance at boom goal. Leao has Giroud has plenty of big ocean chances, and he's sending them out to the sand.
Not for nothing, but I think this is Giroud's swan song, because if he's still at Milan come next season, you guys are in serious trouble.
No, well, there's two.
I don't mind him on the bench.
There's two things to mention. Exactly.
In the cryo chamber.
He's not even meant to be this every game starter that we've asked him to do while playing. He came as a sub
game. For Ibra. Yeah. That's the biggest part. He came to sub Ibrahimovic. He was supposed to be the bench player for Ibra to split the minutes up. This is the part that kills me the worst. But obviously, you know, it goes down to things. I'm happy we've advanced because that money is going to be very, very resourceful. I would hope management books seem balanced. Money's coming in. Yeah, like he's old as fuck. Yeah. He's been doing you know what? He is.
He's doing more than the 4 horsemen of death.
Yeah.
Rebic, Glassman, CDK, and Origi. Oh, my God.
No, I agree he's doing it, but he's not doing what he's supposed to at that point. He's doing everything else, but when we need him to do what he's supposed to, where is he? Where has he been?
Yeah.
The last few games.
That's true.
And listen, I'm not looking at him over
the only
season,
goal
right?
today, man. All right.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, not the best of performances from Giroud, but again, we're asking a lot of a guy who's what, 36, 37. He's playing every game, played every goddamn World Cup game too. I mean, we're asking too much. It's a lot to be said of what we did in our Mercato that we didn't address to get younger people to lighten the load on this poor guy. But again, showing his class, making the goal when Leao left it there on a platter. Let's ask this question Vince is putting here, man, and this is going to be the last we talk about grades here. What do you rate Padre Pioli? And not for just this leg, for the 2 combined legs. Tim, you take this one first.
I forgot what I said about the first one, but I did comment that like it's easy to make substitutions when you're up, right? I think he did okay. I'm gonna give him a B. I was a little bit, man. A little thing that messed me up was bringing in Macias out for
instead of
what's it called for Diaz, right? Instead of Salamakers to defend it. And then I know, as bad as this sounds, I would have probably rather bring Tonali out, bring Benacer back, and then put in Macias in the cam spot, right? Okay. To break down the defense now, right? Because and Tonali was having a shit game, so I don't know. And then Origi, what can you do for Pioli? What, you know what? Here's the best question: whose fault is it? Is it Pioli's fault? Because what can he do with what he has on the bench? You guys, you really think bringing in Adli would make a difference? You know, it's a B exactly for bald Pioli, but but I mean, he can't do much, man. He can't do much with what he has.
That's true. And for me, I think, honestly, I know we want to be extra harsh, but I think it's got to be an A. He took the team with the
semifinal
old people that we have in the front. You know, finding a way to unlock Leao and bring the best out of him. Identifying that Diaz's probably best position against this particular team is on the right-hand side, and he made it work, and he did enough to get them through. Terry, I know, you know, Pioli's not your coach here, but
I mean, you know, you got to give this guy an A, right, for what he did last year for the Scudetto, achieving that, you know, and now you go into the semifinals. Since when was the last time?
Since
2007.
When
we so there you go. You got to be happy for the guy.
Yeah, you got it. You got to be. Gio, come on. You want to talk about Padre Pioli?
Yeah.
Well, what do you grade?
Padre Pioli so far in the Champions League A, because his tactic was, let's take it to the mud, baby. And Napoli, they play beautiful football. And usually teams that you take it to the mud, they don't like to get dirty, baby. They don't like to get on their knees and fight for everything. So I'm going to give them an A because we took it to the flow and we was saying get low, get low, get low.
Get low, hey.
but Fabio, in Serie A, he gets an F because we are 24 points behind.
Joe, we're not talking about Serie A. No, this is Champions League Tuesday. You know, this is not our terminally ill team from the Serie A. It's
and look, Rangers King has a good point. He says, say what you want about resting the guys for Bologna, but the vast majority of the guys were fresh for the second leg, and it was a big deal when dealing with the frenetic pace of the first half. And yeah, they really did have us kind of. They were attacking the whole game.
Yeah,
and it really made you feel uneasy as a Milan fan that we hadn't found the breakthrough. Thank God, after the couple of chances that we squandered, we were able to get it before the end of the first half, and we made it through. For me, Pioli's an A. Did what he needed to do, got us to a semifinal. And listen, let's get to it, guys. That's the wrap-up of the Milan-Napoli game. Napoli, stay home. Listen, hold on. Let's quickly around the board here. Who do you think is the MVP of this game? Who you rolling with, Timmy? Who's your MVP?
Mikey twice.
Mikey twice. Terry, who's the MVP of this game?
As much as I think Mike deserves, I'm gonna have to say Leao because without him, who knows?
Gio, who's your MVP for this game?
Lay out, because we went surfing today, baby. We was on the high seas. We were surfing out there. We was California surfing.
Surfing USA.
Hey,
hell yeah, baby.
We were surfing on Juan Jesus, the next Maldini, the next Nesta, the next Yamstam. We surfed on him.
Listen, man, they gave him the trophy. That shows you he was the MVP of this game. Fantastic, baby. All right, let's hold on. What else we have here? We have a couple other things. Gio, we wanted to bring this up because we want to talk about this before we move on. Let's read this here. Mohamed Salad, all right, back on the 17th, all right. He was responding to our friend Martino. Of course, people always got to fuck with Martino. I don't know why. But he wrote, we will, because of the DNA is bullshit. Tomori is not Maldini, which he spelled incorrectly, you idiot. And Giroud is not Shevchenko, which he did spell correctly. Interesting. This is our first ever quarterfinal. And we're about to dog walk the 7-time champions and laugh at their European heritage.
Haha.
Mohamed Salad.
The only person that got dog walked was your boy Kvicha Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, do you know what this is? This is somebody who was entitled. They thought everything was in the bag, like the rest of the other stupid Napolitans who thought they had it in the bag. That they saw everybody on their side of the bracket, and they thought we're cruising. We'll see you in the final. Listen, motherfucker, enjoy the only Scudetto you've gotten in 30 years, and keep your mouth closed. Because that's all you getting, baby.
Enjoy the 20 mil that we just made by advancing to the semifinals.
Damn right. All right, and enjoy the 7 mil you're gonna make from the Scudetto.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what, with that Scudetto win, I don't take it away from anything. You know, at the end of the day, a trophy is a trophy. We won that trophy last year. It's a big part of who we are. But I think our focus is to make money, and if making money is by moving on in the league or in the Champions League, moving every time, then that's where we're at right now.
I agree. Listen, if they want to talk about dog walking, we got a picture right here. Calabria walking that Cavalicella, whatever the fuck his name is. Walking that dog, Gio.
That guy, Mohamed Salah, like he on the fake.
No, that's not Salah. That's Mohamed Salad. All right.
But this guy, he's been annoying me like since the World Cup because he's been talking shit about.
You guys remind me of the movie from Jay and Silent Bob too, when at the end they're like, "We're gonna get back everybody that said mean comments about us."
Yeah.
No, if anybody keeps receipts, bro, it's Gio. You better watch out.
No.
Respect, Gio got you, bro.
The thing with me about him is like he was talking shit about Americans at the World Cup, bro, and they gave us good reviews. The Qataris, they loved the American. They said we was respectful. We did all that, but I don't know where he's from. I think he's a fake Canadian / fake Englander, Great Britain motherfucker. But he's been talking a lot of shit, and I just want to let people know we do the fucking dog walking. And if we get dog walked, it's because we let it happen, all right? But we do the fucking dog walking. And Tonali was the first original dog walker, so we can never be dog walked ever again.
Just so everybody knows, that's at Barese is the GOAT 6. That's at Barese.
Get at him. He loves the banter. Listen, Jason says he's sorry he's late to the party. Jason, I'll tell you something, man. I don't know if you know, but Napoli won a new trophy this year. I'm going to put it up here for you guys to see. It's unbelievable. Look,
the greatest thing to ever put Napoli on the map since Pompeii.
Yeah, look.
So funny.
There's another. I love this sign. Andiamo a casa. That's right, baby. Look, who's this idiot who made a trophy already that they were winning the Champions League trophy? Shut the hell up.
You know what the most embarrassing part about it is that you could fit all their trophies they've ever won on their flag. We can't. We can't. Remember that.
I love it. I love it, man. I'm sorry. Listen, Napoli, we shit on you now because this is our moment, all right? Just remember, I like this one. Look at.
Let's go.
There's somebody fuck with Don Carlo's picture there. I like it. But listen, Napoli fans, don't feel too bad, all right? You're still going to get to celebrate a championship in just a few weeks, as long as your team doesn't have a monumental fucking meltdown.
The real Georgian. Kaladze, buddy.
Yeah, Kaka Kaladze.
Kaka, man.
Oh, man. All right, so let's get to the other game. We have to touch upon it because we're not the only people that punched our tickets today. Let me get to that screen. Hold on one second. We're, of course, talking about Don Carlo and the defending champions, Real Madrid. They finished off Chelsea 2-0 today. None of us watched this game. Maybe Terry did. Maybe
I got some parts.
I
got some parts.
All right, so Timmy, you guys start us here. Well, what's your opinion about what happened here with Real Madrid putting Chelsea away another 2-0
Did
victory?
we expect anything? Chelsea has been so distraught this year. Like, terrible. You spend 400 mil and you can't bring in a player that can do anything. João Felix is your best player, and he's not even owned by you guys. That's the biggest part. That's the biggest part about that is you spent 400 mil, you went out, you loaned somebody, paid them a little bit of money to take him, and he's your best player. It's crazy. It's crazy when you look at it that way. And honestly, Rodrigo today, wow, what a game from that little guy.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
he's been fantastic for them, man. Showing why they are the defending champions. But Terry, what did you see from Real Madrid today, man?
The Brazilian contingency on Real Madrid is just on another level. Vinny Jr., he has this like workout regimen about himself that he keeps himself like always fit, always game ready. And I can only imagine the kind of pressure and that puts on his teammates where they want to be on that level, right? And Rodrigo, he showed the class today. I am so shocked at Frank Lampard. I don't know what this guy's putting in his tea, but the lineup that he threw out today was disgusting. João Felix was on the bench. Like Sterling was on the bench to start. It was probably the worst lineup you could ever imagine. And this is probably your last Champions League game, and that's what you went with, honestly.
And there ain't going to be no Champions League next year.
Nope. Well, this season is basically over. Like
400 mil wasted.
They're all on vacation right now.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, again, they don't even know why this guy's coaching their team. But Gio,
question. Sorry, guys. I don't know, Gio or Fab, if you can correct me, but I saw a comment about how we lost to Chelsea. If I'm not mistaken, when we lost to Chelsea, they still had Tuchel.
Baby.
They still had Tuchel.
No, that was Harry Potter.
Was it Harry Potter?
Yeah,
and we
Harry
lost
Potter
to them?
was their coach.
Damn.
Both games, yeah.
Obviously, we didn't care about that. We came up when it really mattered, so it is what it is.
Listen, and again, that was a different story, man. We're talking about playing games in October. This is when they matter. In March and April, when you start playing the knockout rounds, all right? And they didn't show up. They didn't show up, baby. They got blasted. It was no chance. Harry Potter wasn't there to save them, all right? They have Frankie Lampard. Gio, any opinion of Real Madrid? I mean, can we say this, guys? We always talk about two players, right? We need to start talking about a third, all right? This is not Messi and CR7. It's Mbappe, it's Haaland, and if you haven't heard, Vinicius Jr. is the fucking man. Yep. And if you don't got respect for him, he is top 3 players in the world. Yep. And if you haven't been paying attention to Champions League, maybe you don't watch La Liga every week, Vinicius Jr. is just as good as Mbappe and Haaland. He's a different type of player, but he is a game changer. And if you're not paying attention to him, woo! Thank God he's on Real Madrid, so they don't need a left wing and it will bother us for Leao. They got Vinicius Jr.
I said this a few times. Without Vinicius Jr., there's no Benzema.
Skillerd, we got Vinicius Jr.
That's Husney, Rock Nation Husney, baby. Yeah. Yo, Gio, what say you about Real Madrid passing through, man?
Man, you know what, man? Like, Chelsea, man, they're just. I mean, I don't know, but you know what? They say Vinicius is mad. He doesn't want to be in Real Madrid. He's feeling that he's not getting the respect and love from the fans and everything. They love it on Benzema. So we're doing that swap, baby. Come get it. Lay out for Vinicius. Let's do it. And you know what, Timmy? Don't stop being biased. Give over the fucking keys to fucking Vinicius Jr. and leave that asshole Neymar
He's
in
done,
PSG.
bro. I already said
No,
it.
that's it. Brazil,
Vinicius
that's
Jr.,
it.
yeah.
If Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo cooking, they bringing out the samba. They bringing out the girls.
Well, that's our team,
they
right?
bringing everything. You feel
That's
me?
our team. 100%. I agree with you there, man. And Vinicius Jr., I think his career is going to, longevity-wise, is going to go a lot further than Neymar's.
Yeah, and well, you know what? His team is progressing
And Rodrigo
again.
is so good, man. Rodrigo is so good.
A lot
but
younger
they-
than, I think he's 2 years younger than Vinicius Jr., too.
Yeah, but the thing is, Rodrigo, he doesn't play like, oh, look at those plays. Nah, he's just so direct, man, and
Yeah,
that's why I don't think he
does
gets
his
the
job.
love. But remember, he scored two goals versus Manchester City last year, a minute and a half.
Guys, why do you think Ancelotti's going to go to Brazilian national team? He's going to bring his Brazilian boys, bro.
You know what?
Gonna happen.
That would
Real
get him so
Madrid
much
gets
good.
such an easy walk through their own league. It's honestly like they're practicing the whole time during their season, and then they're not put under that much pressure. And then when they come on their Champions League, then they can dial it up a little bit more, right? It's crazy how these guys play. Like they didn't really have to try, right? They didn't even have to try.
They didn't, and you know what? Honestly, it kind of puts in perspective, like the way people don't even pay that much. I mean, I think most football fans see and respect Real Madrid, but they're the defending champions. But if you could talk about the matchups going into this final 8, everybody was talking about City. They were talking about Bayern. Napoli looked hot. But like it's almost like, oh yeah, Real Madrid's good. Yeah, they should get pretty far. But man, how enticing does it look now? Real Madrid, possibly Manchester City semifinal. That's a semifinal that could have been the final. Like that might be the final. So for me, I'm very excited. Let's just quickly touch base on the other 2 games that are happening tomorrow. Just to kind of, they seem a little bit more like where both teams have a easy step into the next round. But Man City, do we give Bayern any chance tomorrow, Gio?
I mean, if they score in the first 2 minutes, I give them a chance, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I just think, this year, like I rag a lot of, last year I called him, what I call him, Terry, Cacadiola.
Fradiola.
No, but I said Cacadiola because he diarrheas all over the pitch when it comes for the big show without Messi.
That's right.
But to me, if Bayern scoring the first minute, I see, but I don't know. I don't really think. But you know what? This year we're Manchester City. They're just picking up form, bro. They're blowing everybody away. So I mean, shout out to them. And you know what? I want to say something.
Joel has a good point. Says Bayern players are too busy punching each other in the locker room.
Wow, true.
And another thing I want to say,
in Real Madrid, bro.
I want to say that Carlo Ancelotti doesn't get his respect. He put in Camavinga as left back, and he's balling, bro.
I know. I know.
Yeah, but nah, I think City's gonna take it, Fabio, unless it by a miracle.
Yeah, no, exactly. That isn't it crazy? We all thought Bayern were like Bayern MMA. I like it. We thought Bayern was gonna be a real contender here, and they seem to have just put them to sleep here. Terry, do you think there's even a chance that they make this a competition, or is the City gonna just run route on them tomorrow?
These guys have to come out and make a statement against Manchester City after the debacle that was the slap fest in their own locker room. It just looks bad, right? If they don't come out and honestly score first, even it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. But City all day long. And Nico, yeah, they are pushing them this year. I just mean that like the league for them is a little more of a cakewalk than Chelsea having to deal with their league per se, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because they're finishing top 4. It's not even a competition.
Top
like maybe
2.
Top 2 probably. Yeah, exactly. But it's like if they lose La Liga, they don't really care because their goal is adding to their crazy amount of Champions League victories that they have. Timmy, any chance that City bottles this one?
You know what?
Bayern cooked, bro.
I think they're just too focused. Like, okay, so something's happening at Bayern. You got a coach that was being successful, brought them to the quarterfinal, and he gets fired. Now you have Sane and Mane fighting it out. What's actually going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? Because this team is collapsing. Yeah, exactly. Some shit's happening, bro.
Skiller. You cannot feel any other way but over the moon. Honestly,
Yeah, that's Husney. That's Rock Nation Husney. He's, Husney just likes to keep it very negative. All right, he doesn't want to be riding too high because, again,
guys,
he has a
I don't
point,
know
man.
how I feel if we win the Champions League. And
you
miss
win
top
Champions
4.
League and miss top 4. It's amazing. Guess what? We're back in Champions League next year.
No, we're not.
The kits.
The winner of the Champions League automatically.
Timmy, they changed that rule.
Did they really?
Yeah. If you don't finish top 4, doesn't matter if you win.
Oh, fuck it. I'll take the Champions League any day, bro. Come on.
You don't get anything anyways. You just want to win Champions League.
Fabio,
if we win, we'll make enough money.
The money. No, we'll make enough money to cover this year and next year. Right now, by making the semifinals, we're gonna be in a profit of 25 million euros.
Yep.
According to me looking at UEFA, I think we're getting 12 million for TV rights, and then we're gonna get what they saying 10 million for the game. If it's gonna be against Inter, that thing might jump up to 15 million. If it's against Benfica, minimum 10 million. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Right,
who do you guys want to face in that group?
I think for us,
that. Come on, Benfica, man. I want Benfica, bro. I want Benfica.
I want Inter.
Timmy
Why would you want Inter?
Sauce.
What happens when we lose to Inter in the semifinals? How are you gonna feel?
What happens when we don't?
Right, but I would rather if we lose, if we're gonna pick a team out of the two.
This is the redemption tour.
I
I
agree.
don't know if you heard. All right,
I don't even want them to advance. Why do they need the money?
Napoli,
give it to Benfica.
I'll tell you here. All right, we lost twice in very close proximity just earlier in the year when we had a major dip. Napoli fans were rejoicing when they got us, right? And we put them to sleep this month, right? Inter fans probably salivating at the chance of embarrassing us. We put them to bed and we march on like we do because this is our DNA, right? Yeah. I'm not looking for Benfica. Benfica is 2 goals behind and they're going to have to pull out a miracle and play super hard and Inter have to shit the bed. But you want to know why I want Inter? Is because when we play them and we defeat them, I want to see that fucking snake Hakan's face, Çalhanoğlu. I want him to see it. And then, boys, not only after that, all right, once we beat Inter, we march to Istanbul, the place of the greatest fucking failure as a Milan fan I've ever seen in my life. And we go for redemption, whether it's City, whether it's fucking Bayern or fucking Real Madrid, man.
You just read
That's what I want, baby.
By Frank there, he's saying no, they didn't. Fab Champions League winner gets automatically.
People have been saying that the whole time. So if that's not correct,
I think they changed it to that. I think it used to be that you didn't, and now they changed it to you automatically qualify, which would mean a 5th place spot. So Milan would jump to that, and the 4 after. So Napoli,
I don't know. Listen,
Inter, whatever.
Frank, I'm
Lazio.
sorry. I know we usually take your word as the gospel, but people have been telling me for like fucking 2-3 weeks now that that's not the case. If it is the case, fine, I stand corrected. But I'm not taking Facebook
Fabio.
thing here, all right?
Fabio, anything could happen tomorrow because I don't know if you saw the video against training.
Right, I stand corrected. The other guys say they just checked. Fact checking me. All right, I like it. I don't give a shit. Let's go for the win.
And Inter are fighting. Onana and Bozo, they got in a fight, or somebody else. They get in a fight and
their team looks terrible right now. So hopefully, you know what? If they go through, we could hopefully get some redemption. That would be great.
You know what, Fabio? If we find our form from the beginning of the season when we dog walked them, we dog walked Skriniar, the best defender in Serie A. When we dog walk Barella, remember when I was saying clip me up, Tonali just dog walk Barella. He's better than Barella, because I was off the juice, but we did dog walk him. So, and then they got their form, and then they dog walked us too. So it's up in the air. Whoever shows up for those 2 games, Fabio, it's a 50-50.
No matter who you guys get, Milan has to be proud. You guys knocked out the big dog that everybody was afraid of. Benfica is struggling against an Inter Milan, which they're not doing too great either. So.
Frank is saying, in fact, a City A squad wins the Europa League and takes that spot. The Champions League, actually, the 4th place team would miss out. That's crazy. That's even worse. So we better hope that Roma gets knocked out
Fabio,
and Juve gets knocked out.
Fabio,
Yes.
the last two finals that we faced Inter, we moved them to the side. We told them to get out of here.
Exactly.
You're right.
The other final we beat Juve, and then the other final we dropped the ball in Istanbul. But now it's time to make it right. Move them to the side, or whoever gets to the side. I feel like it's 50-50, Fabio. I'm not going to let my nuts hang and say, yeah, we're going to destroy them, because it's not. It's whoever shows up on those two games. And if we play our game, we play smart, then we can advance. If we play dumb and we doing all this other stuff, then we might not advance. But it is what it is. I'm not
We
scared
know what
of
we
nobody.
want. We want something like this, right? Well, hopefully nobody's throwing flares at our fucking goalkeeper this time. But that's what we're looking at. It's going to be a great watch.
This is probably one of the biggest derbies in the world, right? So this is it would be a great watch for everyone.
If you listen to CBS Sports, they say the derby of the capital is bigger than us. They're crazy.
Yeah, they're nuts.
All right, so let's just go through a couple of things, man, because it's been a great day. All right, let's shout out our boy Timmy first, because not only did he rep his club. Look, there you are, Frank. You're on the screen, baby.
That's Frankie
Club
G.
Toronto.
Look at that.
Look at these
awesome.
cheesing. I love it. There's the Milan Club Toronto. Got to meet up at Mills Tap House. Right. It was a great time. Right, Tim?
It was really cool. Actually, we got some guys that came in, new faces that just showed up. Because they saw us on social or they were invited. One guy straight from Italy. The guy actually holding the bag, the scarf right there. He came straight from Italy, and the other Vietnamese gentleman, showing up and being like, how do I become a part of this club, right? So it was great. It was great to see. Great to see. We made 3 new members that are going to be there regularly, and I think it's great.
How do I become a member of this club? You got to buy the first round, baby.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's
he actually did. He did his due diligence today too, man. I give him a lot of respect for that.
Is that metal? Oh man, shout out to is that metal right
No, that's not metal. That's the guy in the middle. That's our boy son. That's our boy Lucky. He unfortunately was coming straight from work at his job and didn't have time to go home and put on his Milan jersey.
There you go. He came looking classy, baby, like Padre Pioli, man.
Yeah.
All right, so there was another group that met up. Gio, you weren't there, but you wanted us to give some love to Milan Club SoCal.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all these guys, man. I left them a voice note today, that I'm proud, bro. Like, we started from nothing, and now we're meeting up on midweek days, and like in California, everybody lives across everything. So I'm just proud. Shout out my brother Jonathan right there. There's Spence. There's man, I just forget everybody but it's just crazy, man. Shout out to these guys, man. They deserve it. Milan Club SoCal, we're on the up. Serie A fan page been showing us love lately, so thanks to them. But I'm just happy, man, that
I like that scarf on the right there.
Yeah, I need to get me one of those, man.
Yeah, no, I'm going back to
my those. I need
Start
it on
sending.
my
We're placing
baby.
orders, bro. We're placing orders.
I need it on my collection, G. Come on, bro. I got one from New York for you. Don't worry. We do a little switcheroo. All right, guys. So let's do one more round here on the parting shots. We're going to start, of course, with Timmy. We'll go to Terry, and then Gio and me. We'll finish it off, and we'll wrap this up. Timmy, what's your parting shot?
Keep sleeping on Milan, like I said. Right. Keep sleeping on us. It's almost 10:30 p.m. where I'm at. Keep sleeping. That's what they're doing now. They're sleeping right now, all crying. At the beginning of this game, all I heard was, whistles for Napoli and crying about the refs last game, crying about the refs. Hey, I guess you're crying yourself to sleep tonight, so keep sleeping on us.
Oof, the Napoli tears. Terry, what's your parting shot, baby?
Parting shots is Milan, just stay healthy. Don't worry about winning the league. Focus on Champions League. That's priority. And I hope they get a bigger body in that midfield and a young striker. That's all I want to see.
That's what we need. No, you're definitely right about that one. Don't worry. We're not worried about winning the league because we're way too far behind. We're worrying about top 4. Hopefully, we can actually find some form in the league. But, Gio, what's your parting shot, man?
I don't know if you can see my jersey in the background. I wore
Of course
it
we
'cause
can
it's blue.
see it, Barese.
Because
Let's go.
no, because it was blue and and shout out to Rocco. He said, "Why am I wearing blue? Because we look better in blue than Napoli. We look better in blue than fucking Inter." I'm just proud of the team, and I just want to thank everybody for the support. Thank you for Various Views podcast, always showing us love, and just thanks to everybody in the chat that came and joined, and just be proud of this team. Nobody gave us a chance, but we there, we fighting. And I think we're going to fight to the end. I think if we get Inter 50-50, we get Benfica 50-50, as long as we play our game, we have a chance to advance. And if we advance to that final, we're maxing out them credit cards, Fabio, and we got to go.
Yeah, if you guys get Benfica, I'll be torn. But like, if you get Inter, I hope you guys smash the crap out of Inter.
I know, man. I know. Listen, I don't care who we face. You know, this is like Gio said, nobody believed in us. Nobody gave us a chance. Definitely didn't think we were going to get Final Four, right? Only us Milanese that thought, like, you know, why the fuck not us, right? They didn't believe us last year. Why can't we do it this year? I would even say that if we get past the semis, why the fuck not? It's one game. Anything can happen, baby. And we got it in the DNA. I want to just say, guys, I want to thank Various Views for doing this simulcast with us here, getting it on both channels. Obviously, Timmy and Terry, we have much love for you guys. We're always in the background. You know, me and Gio have been supporters of you guys, right? It's like nobody believed in us, right? They didn't believe in Coast to Coast.
Right.
God did. MWP, we did. But God did. We did, right? And now we on to another one, baby. And we want to thank everybody who's in the chat who spent the time with us here. We're almost an hour and 30. God damn. But you know what? We on fire tonight because our team is going through. Tomorrow we'll find out who we face. We're going to find out where we're going to fucking be. We're going to put those days off in so we can make sure we're at the bar, 100%. We're at home, we're whatever we got to do. We'll be 2 inches from wherever we need to be, baby. Exactly. All right? All right, guys, if you want to help the channels, either one, all right, the number one thing you got to do, you got to hit the goddamn subscribe button. So if you're on the Milan Weekly Podcast, subscribe there. When you're done there, go over to Various Views and subscribe there. Hit the notification bells on both sides so you don't miss it. And if you're watching now, do us a favor, smash that goddamn like button because you haven't done it yet and you're late to the motherfucking party. So do it, baby. Boys, thank you so much for joining us here. Thank you so much for doing it. We appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate everybody.
Thank you, man.
Doing the hard work.
Thank you,
Special shout out to our boy Sonny who made the graphics for us today. Shout out to Timmy for making the awesome intro for us tonight. Guys, there's going to be more stuff like this in the future because we just can't get enough of each other. And since I didn't get to go to the bar today, we're going to leave you guys with a little serenade from the New York City Club themselves. Let's go! Oh, sorry. It takes a second.
Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Minchia, here we go.
Ne siamo noi, ma che cazzo siete voi?
Interista vaffanculo! Interista vaffanculo! Interista vaffanculo! Interista vaffanculo!